Well, welcome back to the show, everyone. Would you know what to do in the event of an emergency, whether you had to shelter in place or have a to-go emergency kit to take with you? I don't even want to think about it, but we have to. And here to share more details with us, we have Georgiana Willis and Grace Stencil with us. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
How are you two?
I'm fine, and thank you so much for inviting me here.
Thank you for coming. You know, this is one of those topics where it's like, never going to happen. I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then tomorrow never seems to come. So super important to tell our viewers all of this valuable information. Let's start with sheltering in place. Grace, what do we need to know?
Sheltering in place is what we're trying to convince our residents to learn how to do, because it's so important. Because even though I'm the clubhouse coordinator for disasters, Clubhouse 3, we can't accommodate all the people that may want to come to the clubhouses. We have 18,000 residents. Can you imagine?
That is a good point.
Yes. So what we're trying to get everyone to do is to think about sheltering in place. And that involves finding locations to hide if there's let's say an earthquake. You're going to need to, let me start over again. Before you do anything, you should go through your home and pick different places in each room where you might be able to hide under something, if you can get down on the ground.
So you're saying ground level?
Ground level, always. You have to protect your head. It's best if you can stay with your stomach towards the ground, because you need to protect your organs from anything falling, your head from anything falling. A lot of people, myself included, can't get down on the ground, or if we do, we can't get back up. So you need to find places other than something under a table. For instance, you can get on the floor next to your sofa, put the cushions over you to protect you. You can take pillows off your bed to protect you.
Gosh,
a blanket.
These are things I wouldn't even ever have thought of.
A blanket.
And I've been in earthquakes before.
Yes, we all have in California, right?
Yes.
And if you're in a wheelchair, of course, you need to get to where you've pre-planned and lock your wheels. Make sure you have something to cover you, cushions, pillows, blankets, even a book to protect your head and to cover your neck, just in case things are falling on you. So those are all very important things to do, and those are all, this is what I say, prepare, plan, practice. You don't have to plan too much. You don't have to do this every week or every month, but make sure you have it in your mind what you're going to do in a case of an earthquake.
Well, it's kind of like when you take a flight, right?
Exactly.
Every single flight, they're giving you that reminder of what to do.
Exactly. So when you're at home, you're going to look for an internal wall. You're going to stay away from any windows. Stay away from artwork that you have hanging on your walls, because surely that'll come down. Wall units. Stay out of the kitchen, because things will come out of your cupboards. And the refrigerator will roll across the floor and attack you. It happens. It happens.
The attack of the refrigerator.
It does. The attack of the refrigerator. So again, just stay under something. Sometimes just between your bed and the cabinet or the table next to your bed, you can get between those two, and it'll protect you from something falling, like a beam or something falling. At least you'll be under that.
Okay.
So that will definitely help you. If you have a fire, that's more likely you're going to be asked to evacuate. Besides staying in place, if it gets to the point where they ask you to evacuate, that's where the to-go bag becomes extremely important. And we have on the website of LagunaWoodsVillage.com, we have the list of things you need for a to-go bag. I don't think we want to go over that here, but you can certainly look it up, and I'd like to tell you how to do that.
It's really important just to have those essentials stocked, put away in a safe place, or a place where you can just grab and go.
Exactly.
Maybe even your car, some of these items.
I have a to-go bag in my car, and I have a to-go bag in my house. So in case I'm somewhere else and I'm not home, I can take off.
Right.
But probably a real important thing to have in your car is a map. and your GPS may not be working. You have to think about that. I have 3 Thomas Guide maps in my car. I'm a little bit obsessive compulsive, I think. But I have different areas, and I have each page marked on a route other than a freeway. Because most likely, if there's a large evacuation, you're just going to be stuck on a freeway. So you need to find alternate routes. That's really, really important. But I want to tell you how to find the website, what to do when you find the website. And
Sure.
it's lagunawoodsvillage.com. And then you're going to see those 3 lines in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to click on that, and you're going to scroll down to services. When you get to the services, you're going to click on it, and you're going to scroll down again to security services. Then you'll scroll all the way down to the disaster preparedness flyer. And then you'll scroll down again to disaster resources. And then you're going to choose whatever interests you. But look at them all, because there's all kinds of information there for you. So that's about what I have. Now,
So Grace,
yes.
help me understand, what is the difference between sheltering in place or going to, say, one of the clubhouses?
Well, they call the clubhouses care and reception centers, and that's kind of a misleading, because Clubhouse 3 is a very large building. It's the Performing Arts building. It's very large. It holds over 800 people. But we would not be able to accommodate 1,000 people coming to us. But if you can't shelter in place, if there's a structural problem in your home and you can't stay there, you can come to the clubhouse. If you're injured, you can come to the clubhouse. If you are afraid, you can come to the clubhouse. Not all of them, but Clubhouse 3 is a large structure, and I have 20 volunteers that work with me, and we train probably every other month.
Wow.
And we've been doing it for 4 years, so we're pretty good at it. But we can't have 1,000 people coming in. It would be difficult to handle. So, plus we don't have blankets, we don't have food, we don't have any shelter with things for people who want to come and just stay there for a while. Although
So basically, the clubhouses are serving as an emergency from the emergency.
it's more,
So
yes.
if you can stay home, do.
Yes, or go to your neighbors. If you can't stay at your house, but you can stay at your neighbors, go there before the clubhouse should be your last choice.
Got it.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Yes.
Georgiana, are you
I'm
keeping?
a United director.
Yes.
And don't know that much about disaster.
But you are advocating folks and viewers to stay alert and informed.
Yes, and that's what, a lot of times things can be a little bit complicated at finding things online. And so I thought what Grace has to say is important. A lot of people can't get to the meetings, and even if they go online, sometimes finding a document it may work with doing the search. I haven't tried that yet since they redesigned the website. But I was really thankful that Grace could come today, and maybe people who can see this from home can go and look and see what those things are that they should have in a ready bag for whenever you need to evacuate. Hopefully never, but anyway. And I would just like to point out a couple of things too.
Sure.
What our fire insurance with United, maybe about a year ago, the deductible went up to $100,000, and we did that because insurance costs had gone up so much. So the way to get that cost down was just to have a higher deductible. And so I would urge those who don't have a $100,000 deductible on their insurance that they cover on their manor to call your insurance company and get that deductible to cover the first $100,000 in loss. And that way you're protected. But it was just something we needed to do because insurance costs have gone up so much in the past year or two because of the number of fires and things like that. And hopefully they're going to start softening. It looks like they're starting to, and maybe next year we're looking at much better prices. But
That would be wonderful.
anyway, that's all I know. And if anybody has made alterations, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, and you might want to have them checked out because people have had various water issues, things like that, because things need to be checked every once in a while, and are seals still secure? I mean, if you put in a skylight or something, you need to check those things to avoid.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those things wear out, don't they?
Yeah.
Constant home maintenance. Ladies, this has been a super important topic, and I appreciate both of you being here.
Thank
And
you for
sharing-
having us. It's very important.
It is very important.
Yeah.
Yes. And it is, like I opened with the intro, it's one of those things that, we tend to put off thinking it's never going to happen. I, for one, was in that Loma Prieta earthquake in 1989, and I never want to live through that again.
Yes.
So be
Wow.
prepared. All right, folks, get your bags packed. Thank you for joining us. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.